Hey there, boys and girls. Today we'll be doing the Bogeyman Knights Chamber of Vengeance trial. I was kind of waiting around today to see if Gimme might fix this. Doesn't seem like they're going to be doing it anytime soon, so I want to be showing you guys like a rift off what Sinzar did with Lottie. I want to be using the Summer Whip from Seabreeze Dark Phoenix or STMR. If you don't have this STMR, you can use Sinzar's strategy with Lottie. You can kind of fit more units in through the rotation with doing it this way. But again, it's no big deal. It's just a time thing. The missions are evoke an Esper, use 5 or more limit bursts, clear within an ally being KO'd. I'm going to be using all my own units for this one, just so I don't have to pester anybody to set up with resistances or whatnot. The friend unit I'm going to be taking is just a random unit. It's not going to contribute to the fight whatsoever, just a useless unit with enough resistance to survive, because we don't want the unit dying. After you've done this, after you've got all missions with this, it can just be any unit. You don't have to put any gear on them at all. So the concept we're going to be doing is like we're going to be hitting the boss with the Summer Whip. That's going to hit the boss with all 8 elements. That's going to cause the boss to counter us with all 8 elements. That's basically going to fill up its actions, and it's not going to be able to do stuff like its regular moves, its thresholds. The threshold is what's currently causing the game to crash right now. So we're going to circumnavigate all that with the Summer Whip. Your tank needs passive provoke. Just needs enough hit points not to die to the preemptive. After that, there will be no damage going out on this trial. All units, like I said, need 100% all resist because they're going to be taking the counters, so you don't want to die to those counters. Any buffer you want to use right here to get the elemental resist is fine. Sylvie, Fina, Marie, whoever you want to use, doesn't really matter. I did put some high tide gear on Sylvie here so we can get her limit burst, get the missions out of the way. Any breaker you want to use to kind of speed this trial up, you don't even really have to take a breaker. You can just keep repeating DPS, every single turn. Eventually the boss will die. I'm using mages for this one. The reason being is the boss kind of evades sometimes dual wield units, so you can either use true double hand units or you can use mages. I'm going to be cycling lots of different units through this, but my original team was like Unaleska, just geared with lots of magic, enough elemental resist to survive, and some demon killer, and Zyrus, basically because they chaos wave awaken chain together. The idea behind that. Let's give it a go. Alrighty, so on the preemptive, you're going to see Warrior Light takes some hits. Should get him kind of low, but he'll be alright. Don't worry about being blinded or anything like that. That's all the damage that's going to go out in this fight now. And Warrior Light is just going to use Rainbow Whip every single turn. Sylvie is going to give us Elemental Resist. Withstand the elements, that's 50%. Machina is going to break the defense and spirit of the boss. Again, that's not even really that big of a deal. Just kind of makes us go a little bit faster. And then we're going to triple cast Deceptive Light and a couple dark moves. Same thing with Zyrus. We're going to use Elemental Infiltration and Shadowy Spectre. We'll just chain this off. Mamonel can just sit there and look pretty. So these are all the counters that's going on. Like I said, you get no damage taken whatsoever. You do want to be using your limit burst as you can so you get mission credit. And like I said, you got summon an Esper. And it's basically rinse and repeat until this is over with. My guys have some pretty good damage, so I'll show you the whole thing. It doesn't take that long. Let's jump down here and use, what is it? Obscure Breach, that's the dark move. We'll send that off. And we'll just repeat with everybody else. Probably should have broke the boss first. All good. We ain't got nothing but time. Real exciting. I thought this was a pretty clever way to kind of go about doing this trial. There we go. Now we're doing some actual damage. Go ahead and use one of our limit bursts. The main thing is to use the Rainbow Whip every single turn. That's the important thing. Sinzar used Lottie's Limit Burst, which is basically the same thing. But that kind of locks you into using Lottie. With this, Warrior Light could be Wilhelm, Warrior Light could be Sieghart, he could be Galoof, doesn't really matter. Bang on the boss some more. Let's go ahead and switch back to breaking. Go ahead and summon an Esper, get that out of the way. And we'll just repeat. It's real exciting. Basically free rewards though, if you think about it. You know, I always hate telling people to take the easy way out of stuff, but I mean, maybe doing this like right now, Gimme might fix this and maybe reset everything. I don't know. Might get some extra rewards out of it. Alright, we got Sylvia's Limit Burst, that's number 2. We'll just repeat. Getting that big fat zero, Machina. Come on, dude. Lordy, lordy, lordy. What a game. By the way, just to put it out there, like the boss is, as far as I know, is working correctly on, what is it, normal and medium difficulty, whatever they're called. Like, it's working fine there. So, you know, don't be doing this same thing on that, because, you know, you might get killed there. I hit the wrong button. Just do that as normal. It's easier difficulty, so you shouldn't have any problem with your damage there. All right, spin this off. Alright, we can use another Limit Burst. We'll get Sylvia to do Withstand the Elements. And we'll repeat. I think that's 3 Limit Bursts. Terribly exciting. I think, since I've been playing this game, this is probably the most messed up boss I've ever seen. It's pretty good. Even for Gimme standards. Alrighty, so we'll get our triple and our quad cast ready. And send it back off. Got to get 2 Limit Bursts out of the way before we kill the boss. One of them could be Warrior Lights, you know, at the end. There we go. So let's repeat all these guys. Your mages, like, be mindful of their mana. I know, like, Fina has some MP regen or whatnot. You can use items, but you probably want to save those elixirs for the final boss, because this clearly isn't him. Alright, reload this, chain him off. We might get it next turn. We got our Limit Burst, so we're good to go with all those. That's good. Get all of our missions credit at least. It's a shame. This boss did look really cool. But it's kind of not Halloween right now. So, it's whatever. Alright, let's see. I don't think we'll kill him on this turn. Might be one more. We got our Limit Burst out of the way if we don't. Of course, we've got to leave the boss at 1%, right? Jeez Louise. And we can round it off to an even 10 turns, right? Lord have mercy. Alright, go ahead and reload this. Like I said, use some Limit Bursts. You hadn't used all of them already. Another thing, like after this, like I would switch, like I said, Warrior Light, I would switch that for like Wilhelm. Make sure he's passive provoking and all that good stuff. Make sure he's got the whip equipped so he can do the rainbow thing. Swap Machina out for another breaker. Swap Madame out for somebody else. It doesn't matter at this point now that we've got all missions. Like that unit could literally be any unit in the game. It doesn't matter at that point. It's crazy. And like I said, just bring a resist buffer. That way you can hit the 100% all resist. Or you could gear it with 100% all resist. It doesn't really matter. Nice and easy. Not too much rank XP on this, so it's not really good for farming for that. But anyways, hope you guys liked the video. Have a good rest of the week. Toodaloo.